Washington to go do the Liberty Lake hike. It is actually a loop hike that's close to 10 miles when you go from the lower parking lot. However, I'm going to just do the hike to the Cedar Groves, which is about a 5-mile round trip. Got a later start than I had wanted to do just because of chores. You know, gotta be an adult sometimes, but I'm gonna still get out on trail, which is nice. It is currently 41 degrees and the snow is going to be soggy, but that's okay. It'll still be a good time. I've got my trail dog Bruce, and we are gonna go out and get some fresh air. I have not been here since they paved the parking lot. It's pretty nice. There is car camping at this location before you get to the official trailhead. It's obviously closed down for the winter, but it stays pretty busy. If I do this hike during the summer, most of the time the spots are full. From that lower parking lot, it is a little less than a half mile to the official trailhead. This area has marshland, wetlands, whatever you want to call it, and forests. It's a pretty nice hike, and it's only about 20 minutes from my house. So there is a split in the trail here. That is a bridge to do a more direct route up to the Cedar Grove. And then over here, right there, it's just it has a little bit more ups and downs and a little bit more narrow trail. I don't know, I kind of like it a little bit better. It's a little bit more enclosed and woodsy. So that's usually the trail that I take on my way up. So there is another split in the trail before this. They used to have a sign, but they must have taken it down with the construction that they did this last summer. The split, if you go clockwise, it takes you to the Cedar Grove. Go counterclockwise, you can go up to Micah Peak, which I've done from that direction. And it really isn't the most scenic trail, but it is a good training trail. I believe it was a little under 14 miles. I felt like it was crazy steep the whole way. Did that trail when I was preparing for the enchantments. Yeah, so that would be counterclockwise. And to do the loop, there is another split that goes to the left, and there is a sign for where Micah Peak goes to the right. But it is a steeper way to complete the Liberty Lake loop. I always prefer to do clockwise. That's me. We are on this narrow trail. Well, not that narrow, but narrower than the other one. It's a little slushy, but honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, which is nice. I'm not slipping and sliding too much. I don't need micro spikes. Snowshoes are needed. It's not too shabby. I love the lichen. There's old man's beard up there too. It's cool. I love moss. Look at all this amazing moss. And I wonder if there's a critter that lives in there. For you old car lovers, check that out. It's pretty cool. Some sort of a coupe of something. I don't know. We'll call it a Ford because that's what my husband and I like. Just makes you wonder how it got here. I like to think Prohibition time, bootleggers. I don't know. I have an active imagination. I love those, and I was so surprised the first time I touched one that it was as hard as it was. The trail is getting a little slushier, snow's a little deeper, and because it is above freezing, I keep getting hit with drops of water coming from the trees. Bruce is lacking in enthusiasm today. He loves the trail, loves the snow, but he doesn't like the rain. So I think these water drops are making him a little sulky. Pretty quiet day on the trail today. During the summer months though, this trail is crazy busy. A lot of families come here, which is great, but I try and get on trail pretty early during the summer months if I want to do this, unless it's a weekday. My advice, if you decide to do this trail during the summer, get here early. Here we are at the Cedar Grove. Little sign about it. It's pretty. So if you want to continue the trail, you go over the bridge, and then there's switchbacks going up this. Takes you to a waterfall and Hugh's cabin before you start heading down the trail to make the loop. This is Edith Hansen Creek. At least I'm pretty sure that it's called Edith Hansen Creek. So if I'm wrong about the name of the creek, I will put it in the description or on this video so you can see. But don't tell my husband because he thinks I'm always right. At least I tell him I'm always right. I am headed back down trail. I am sopping wet. The cedar grove, those trees had huge drops of water falling off of them. Bruce is sulking about it. He honestly is just walking behind me. So while on trail, I've been thinking it's a very important time for us as hikers, backpackers, off-roaders, overlanders, snowmobilers, people who go out on motorbikes, e-bikes, bicycles, anyone who uses trails, public lands. It is really important that we practice the leave no trace principle, right? The layoff of government employees for the Forest Service. Our trails will take a toll, so it is extra important for us as users of the trails to be good stewards. If you see trash, pick it up. Who cares if it's yours? Don't leave trash yourself. Leave the trail better than you found it. I know that I love being out on trail. I love having maintained trails. I don't mind doing backcountry stuff where it's not as maintained, but I do enjoy a nice trail. Not only practicing the leave no trace principle, it's going to be important for more people to step up and get out there and volunteer your time and do trail work. There are so many different trail work opportunities out there. Just take the time, look it up online. I know for me, there's the Washington Trail Association. They always have stuff going on. There's the Idaho Trail Association and Friends of Scotchman Peak in Montana, Idaho area. There's the Pacific Crest Trail Association, which obviously runs from Mexico to Canada. But there's lots of opportunities to get out there. Help with trail work, trail maintenance. It could be for a day. It could be backcountry where you're out there for a week. Backpacking in with equipment and staying out there for multiple nights. It could be car camping at trailheads and working on trails with whatever association that you are helping out with. If you're unable to get out there and physically do the work, then consider donating money so that they can help provide what is needed to keep these trails that we love so much open. I will put some links in the description for what it would be local to me as far as finding trail work to do. And honestly, through the Spokane Mountaineers, if you remember, they also have trail work opportunities and are pretty active with places you can go to do trail work. So lots of options for me in Eastern Washington, but take the time to find something in your town, your state, to go out there and help our trails. I know that even the off-roading community is really good about leave no trace. I know you're thinking, really? You got cars out there destroying trails, but they're not. They are designated for off-road use, for whether it's motorcycles, buggies, full-size rigs. I don't know if I ever or rarely don't see somebody on their rig have a garbage bag. So they pick up trash. They pick up their own trash. They want to see their trails open too. They don't want to lose the opportunity to get out there and do their off-roading. It's something that I know for my husband and I gets us out in nature together. He doesn't hike. It's okay. I do. The Bronco hikes too. So we get out there and we keep those trails clean as well. There is Sons of Smoky, based out of the Portland, Oregon area, that does a ton of off-road trail work. We've helped them out before, picking up garbage. Gosh, we've moved abandoned vehicles with them to take to junkyard, get them off of the public lands. They have an app that you can actually mark down locations where you see abandoned vehicles or a lot of trash so that they can get out there and help keep your BLL land and your public lands open. Do your part. It'll be appreciated by everybody who's out there on trail. I promise you. So the missing sign that I thought they took down that talked about how to get up to Micah Peak and going the counterclockwise way, apparently it just fell. There it is. So you can head to Micah Peak or do the Liberty Lake Loop counterclockwise over there. Exactly what I was talking about. I'm going to get Bruce put in the Bronco and then come clean this up. Seriously, people, there is a garbage can right here. So, look it, that's all you gotta do. Put it in the garbage can. Jeez. Thanks for joining me today on this short hike and listening to me talk about leave no trace. It is something that we definitely need to practice. Leave the trail better than you found it, like I did today. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, help me grow this channel. Have a good one. You happier now that we are in the vehicle and not getting water drops on us? You don't care that I'm talking to you, huh? Hi.